Hey guys, it's Mark from Photonify, and I have got a fantastic set of Christmas Lightroom presets that I'd like to share with you today. In this video, I'm going to walk you through first how to install Lightroom presets if you don't know. If you do know, head to the second part of the video where I'm going to show these Christmas Lightroom presets in action on a couple of different photos that I have. So let's jump right in and take a look. Okay, so after you have made a purchase on Photonify.com of one of our Lightroom presets, you'll be taken to the purchase confirmation page, which you see here on the left, and you'll also receive a purchase confirmation email, which you see here on the right. So no matter what preset or what bundle you purchase, it'll be the same process here. So here we've purchased the Autumn 2 presets on the purchase confirmation page we see, and on the right is the email with that same file, Autumn 2 presets. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to download the file from both places, from the website as well as the email. And so we'll click here, and that will download the file onto our computer. All right, there you go. It's in my download folders now. And I'm also going to come to the email and I'm going to download the file from there as well. So click on Autumn 2 Presets. It will give us a redirect to a website where the file is hosted, and it will download that same file onto our computers. All right, there you go, right in the downloads folder on my computer. I do want to point out that you don't need to download from both locations. I was demonstrating that you are able to download from either location. So you should be good to go. Okay, so now that you have the file downloaded, let's figure out how to install it inside of Lightroom. So I'm going to move it here onto my desktop so we can work with it. And I'm going to unzip the file by just double clicking it, and my computer will unzip the folder inside, and there we have the Autumn 2 presets. So one thing I would like to point out about what is inside of this folder, as well as all of the other preset collections, is that we have 3 different file types, and that allows you to work with these presets on both the mobile and desktop, as well as the legacy Lightroom. So we have the old LR template and the newer XMP, and then the mobile DNG file in there, all for your convenience. But all 3 of them are the same preset, just in different file formats. All right, now we're going to figure out how to get those presets that we just downloaded inside of Lightroom. So the first thing we'll do is come up to the menu bar to the Lightroom Classic and click on Preferences. The second tab in, you see Presets, and from there we'll go down and click on Show All Other Lightroom Presets. And what that's going to do is open up our Finder, our file browser. And I like to do the column view here so I can see the hierarchy. And we'll see a folder named Lightroom, and inside of that we'll see a folder named Develop Presets. And then inside of that one we'll see 2 subfolders, Lightroom Presets and User Presets. What we'll want to do with the preset that we just downloaded is drop it next to the Lightroom Presets and the User Presets right here in the Develop Presets folder. And so I'm going to go back to my desktop, and I'm going to grab this folder of presets and move it into that folder, that Develop Preset folder, right next to these 2 other folders. Okay, just drop it right in there. Yes, let's move it. And there you go. That's essentially what it takes to install it. But there's one more step, and that is to restart Lightroom. So once we restart it, Lightroom will then recognize that there's some new presets in the file structure, and it will then populate the preset panel on the left. So let's go ahead and quit out of Lightroom and start it back up and see if it can recognize the new presets that we just downloaded and put into the file structure. Okay, so let's start Lightroom back up. One thing you'll notice that'll happen is that Lightroom is going to scan through its file structure, and it's going to see if there's anything new there, and we just put some new presets there. It's also going to see if the format is compatible. If it's not, then it will convert that format. There we go, we just saw it convert the format to the new XMP format for us. And so you didn't have to do anything with that folder that you received from Photonify that had the 2 extra files, the LR template and the DNG. Lightroom took care of that for you, and it created the preset that was compatible with Lightroom and then made the category of it so that you didn't have to do anything manually yourself. And that category shows up here on the left side right there. It says Autumn 2 Presets. So there we go. There's our presets now installed here in Lightroom, going from photonify.com to your desktop to the folder file structure under Lightroom, and now in your Develop tab inside of Lightroom. And you should be good to go. And this works for all of the presets from Photonify, the free ones as well as the premium ones. And you are set on installation. So now let's talk about using them. Okay, now that you've installed the Christmas presets into Lightroom, let's pick some photos here that we will apply the presets to and see how they can add some additional personality to these photos. Okay, so here we are in the Library tab of Lightroom, and I've got 3 photos. They're not specifically Christmas, but they are winter, and I did that intentionally. There's a lot of other Christmas type photography, and we have some of those on the Photonify.com, but I wanted to show these 3 specific photos, which are more outdoor, snow, winter type photos, and there's some objectives I have with them that I'd like to walk you through applying these Christmas presets. Okay, so let's go from the Library tab over to the Develop tab and apply some of these presets. Okay, so we have this first photo here. It's outdoor, up in the mountains, right? And we've got a lot of trees and snow on the trees. We got a colorful roof. We've got some reds and some blues here. Nice sky, right? And we've got some shadows. And what I'd like to do is brighten the photo a little bit and add some more contrast to the colors so that we can have a more festive feel to the photo. And so let's find a preset that will help us achieve that. And you'll notice that I have the color sliders hidden. That's intentional because if we have the right preset, we won't have to touch them. So hopefully we won't, and hopefully we can find the right preset. And so I've gone through earlier, and I went through and I tried to find a good one here. You'll notice some of these will actually desaturate the colors. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do here. But I do want to point out that the presets will, all of them have 3 variations to them. The base, the bright, which lightens the photo, and then magic, which actually increases the contrast of the colors. And you'll see increased saturation here. All right, for this one, I think 9 is actually pretty good. But again, we have the bright and we have the magic. And let's check this out as compared to the original here. Great, okay, so we see that we see a little bit more saturation of the colors here, right? A little bit more candy colored. More saturation, more festive, and it pulls the emphasis away from the sky, so the blues are reduced so that the focus is now on the reds and the greens here. And it increased the brightness here and stylized the snow quite a bit. All right, I like that. Christmas 9 Magic. Looks pretty good. All right, so the next one we have here, this is, again, out in the trees, and there's a lot of snow. So I imagine in this one, waking up Christmas morning, walking outside, and there's a certain feel to the outside, like it's whitewashed and winter wonderland kind of feeling. Let's see if we can apply a preset to this one that'll help us achieve that type of feel. So I'm thinking more of a bright type color. This one actually is good. You'll notice it desaturates. Let's do the before and after here. Desaturation on this one specifically because of the objective is important. And already out of the gate, we see the blue is removed here, and it turns into white. It makes it look as if it's still snowing. Fantastic. So I think 7 is a good place to start. And let's see if the magic, well, that adds color back in, so we don't want that necessarily. But bright, it makes it even more white. So yeah, it looks just like we walked out and it's snowing. You'll notice there's some grain added and some the color desaturation on the trees actually looks really nice. All right, great. I like that a lot. That's Christmas 7 Bright. Fantastic. All right, now let's look at this last photo. And for this specific one, I'm trying to achieve something similar to the second. And let's see if there's other presets that can give us a different variation on that. I do want to point out though, there is chromatic aberration added here. Like you'll notice that it adds kind of an old photo look over here, right? As if you took this picture with film and then you processed it. So let's do a preset that does not do that necessarily, but also gives us more of the desaturated and white out Christmas feel. All right. This is pretty good. This is the first one actually. Let's do before and after. The blue is reduced, right? Giving us a feel of still in somewhat of a snowstorm or the recovering snowstorm. Let's see if we can do even more to it. Magic adds that color, but let's go with bright here. All right, fantastic. I like what that looks like here. Again, before and after, we removed a lot of the color in the sky intentionally to give it a whitewashed feel, and now we have a great photo with the Christmas Preset Collection. All right, there you go. Okay, so hopefully this walkthrough gave you a taste of what the Christmas Preset Collection is capable of, and hopefully you're as excited as I am to use these on some of my winter and Christmas photos. Head over to Photonify.com for more information, and we have a freebie preset from this collection that you can download and use on any of your photos. The full collection has both mobile and desktop versions so that you can use these on the go as well. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.